someone who has had success in Paris through the years, he's had success everywhere, all around the globe, is trying to win that elusive gold medal in Mr. Novak Djokovic. So, Sam, I ask you, this has been an incredible thing. We won't get into him yet, but one of the things that's been so difficult to do for players through the years is win all 4 Grand Slams, which is winning all on different surfaces, and then winning an actual gold medal in singles at the Olympics. And Novak has not been able to do that. He's done everything else. He has every other record. But of course, Andre Agassi did it. He won 4 slams on different surfaces. He won the gold medal. Steffi Graf did it in 1 year in 1988, which is a feat that no one will probably ever do. Novak had a chance to do it, but wasn't able to do it. Of course, Rafael Nadal has also won all 4 Grand Slams and the gold medal in singles. And I believe he won the doubles as well. And of course, Serena Williams, who's won everything, the singles, the doubles multiple times. I mean, she's the GOAT when it comes to the singles, doubles, and all the things Olympics. But tell me, what the hell? Novak hasn't even won a tournament this year, Sam. What is going on? Has he been leading up to this moment?
You know, I would love to sit down and have a candid conversation with him and know, does it bother him that you don't have an Olympic gold medal? Like, really get the answer from deep inside. Is that something that worries you? Do you think about that? Will that like make everything in your career kind of culminate and be that much more special? I would love to know, because if you were to ask him, I'm sure he'd kind of give a, somewhat of a political answer of like, yeah, of course I'd love to win it, but I've won all these other things and that's kind of it. But I think deep down he wants to win it. It's like you said, it's the only thing he hasn't accomplished. He wants to get on this list of 4 other players to have accomplished that feat. And so, he hasn't had a great year in terms of what he's used to, but he did just final Wimbledon, bad year or not, final the Grand Slam is pretty impressive. So he's got to have a little more confidence right now than he did 4 or 5 months ago. And I do think the Olympics, 2 out of 3 sets, I think he's just everything that's in his tank. I think he's going to lay it out there and try to get that gold medal, because then he's got everything. There's nothing you can say that the guy hasn't accomplished. And so that's where I'm going with it.
Yeah, I agree. I think that his intentions, and I kind of have talked about it through the year, I think other than winning the Grand Slams, we know that's the most important thing for him to do. But I actually think that he set his schedule to try and win a gold medal at the Olympics in Paris. I feel like when you've already accomplished everything in your career, there's no other record other than, I think, maybe Jimmy Connors' amount of tournaments at ATP level.
Yeah.
I think it's the only record he doesn't own. And there's one other Roger record that I think he doesn't own. But other than that, he has every record. He's proven himself to be, the greatest of all times when it comes to all the numbers. The guy has done it all. But he hasn't got a gold medal. And we've seen the way he's left the court many times at the Olympics in absolute tears. And we don't see that when he loses matches on the ATP Tour or even at Grand Slam level. So how much do you think his love of Serbia, of wanting to do that, is also, making him and pressing him to do this? And maybe it's going to be a random thing that he hasn't won a tournament all year, but this is the one that he's going to win.
Yeah, I think if he wins no tournaments all year and wins the Olympic gold medal, he honestly, in his mind, he might look at it as 2024 was the greatest year of my tennis life.
Yeah.
To get a gold medal, to do it for Serbia. Serbia is a somewhat smaller country. They're great in men's basketball. Obviously, tennis, they've got looks at medals, but there's not many sports that they have chances in to get gold medals. So I think you're right. It's not only for him, it's for his country. And I think, Serbian people, they're passionate people, and he's one of those. And I think he wants it for his country.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's no doubt in my mind. I think he set out the year to have not his best result, but certainly one of his best results of the year in Paris. So the year is going quickly. We have played 3 Grand Slams, and he has not won not only a Grand Slam, which is unheard of, but he hasn't won a tournament this year. And I think it helps you, as you already pointed out, Sam, getting the finals of Wimbledon certainly helps him feel like he can get through a tournament with the knee. And he's clearly got a couple of weeks now under his belt to be even stronger physically to get onto the clay. And I think, as you and I both know, clay is probably the easiest on your body because you can slide to the ball. You're not pounding that knee on a hard court or even on grass where you're having to really bend a lot. So for me, as he already points out here, it's a completely different surface that he's going back on. And he injured himself on that surface. But I think physically Clay's will be a little bit better for him.
Yeah, in the 2 out of 3 sets, he doesn't have to know, like, all right, at no point does he have to dig deep and play matches that are potentially 4 hours long.
Yeah.
I think, the knee, maybe it's still a little sore. I'm sure it'll be fine by the Olympics, but he's got to, he knows in the back of his mind, the longest I'm going to go is 2.5 hours, and my knee is going to be able to withstand that. So I think he's going in with the mental kind of clarity that his body is going to be 100% ready to go to, possibly win the gold medal.
Yeah, and we've seen the training on his Instagram, and he's certainly putting in the yards.